So we seem to discover the reason why I didn't want you to buy a family house, but because is in the future your son and your daughter is not going to like living with you, and it's gonna be a waste of your time. Family house is a waste of your time, a waste of your money. Um, the family house, how can I say it? The reason why you shouldn't buy a family house is because your son and your daughter doesn't want to live with you anymore. They want to live by themselves. So if you do buy a family house and in the future you discover that you're not getting along with your son, you're not getting along with your daughter, maybe you want to slap your daughter in the face. Maybe you want to slap maybe you try to slap your son in the face. Maybe you want to twist your son's ears. Maybe that you're not getting along properly with your son and your daughter, and maybe you want to ask them, why can you be like normal sons and daughters? You start asking questions. um so yeah, that's the reason you shouldn't buy a family house, because you're gonna become an enemy of your son and you're gonna become an enemy of your daughter, and you won't want to live with your son and you won't want to live with your daughter anymore. So the reason why you shouldn't buy a family house, you need to get rid of your son, you need to get rid of your daughter. You thought you was a father, but you were just a stranger looking at a stranger. Okay, you are a stranger, and you need to keep yourself in privacy. Your son is a stranger, your daughter is a stranger. You yourself are a stranger. You need your privacy and your independence. So I do not recommend you to get together with your son and daughter in the future inside a family house. That's a bad idea. Um, it says that your son wants to kill you, your daughter wants to kill you, your family members wants to kill you. They want to bury you at the cemetery, because you're not supposed to buy a family house to take care of your family. You're supposed to wait for them to grow up and buy them an individual house. Your son needs to have his own house. Your daughter needs to have her own house. You need to have your own house. You can't get together with your son and your daughter and expect that everything is gonna be okay when it's not. Maybe your son wants to fight you. Maybe your son wants to shoot you bullets. Maybe your son looks at you like an intruder. You don't even know who your son even is. Your son is a stranger that came out of your son is a stranger, and your daughter is a stranger. So for those people that have a son and a daughter and want to buy a family house to live together with your son and daughter, I don't recommend that. I think that's a bad idea. You should wait for your son and daughter to grow up and be old enough to live at their own houses. Oh, exactly, because that's a waste of money and a waste of your time. Buy an expensive family house to be together with some strangers you don't like to be with. What the fuck did you do? You started to attack. You wanted to form a family. But then I saw that was crazy, because your son doesn't like to be part of your son is not family with you anymore, and your daughter is not family with you anymore. And if you notice at the cemetery, everybody is inside a coffin at their own individual spot. So you try to form a family house, but then I saw them at the cemetery that they need independence and privacy and their own spot, not to be sharing your house with your son and daughter, but to be at your own house. And why you want a family house? Why don't you just buy a house for yourself? Don't get so crazy. Wait for your son to grow old enough to live by himself, and you buy your son a house for him to be at by himself, and you buy your daughter a house for her to be at by herself, and you buy your house to be at by yourself. Buying a family house is a bad idea, a very bad idea. I've seen the father slapping the daughter in the face, twisting his son's ears, getting aggressive, saying, huh? 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 getting crazy, getting violent, taking his sons and daughter on a trip and abandoning them, said that he was too far away to get them again, and a bunch of craziness. So I was looking at the father like somebody that is spending money for attention and companionship, that he didn't like a family. Like seriously, I don't know. Family members break up. You cannot expect your family to be there with you forever. You're gonna expect your family to become enemies of you. They won't want to keep living with you anymore, and that you have to get rid of them. You have to take care of yourself and have them take care of themselves.